to this beautiful place without any smoke today. Isn't it gorgeous? I'm Debbie Oates, and I think I know most of you guys. And we're here for our yoga and wine event, and it kind of goes in that order. We have yoga first, and then we do the wine, just so you know. And before we get started, I'll just tell you quickly about myself, and just in case you don't know me. I currently teach at the Caldwell YMCA. I've been teaching like 13 years or 14, I don't know, for a long time. And I'm a transplant from the East Coast, so I was born and raised in the Baltimore, Washington area. So to me, this is gorgeous. So we're actually filming this today, coming to you live from Hell's Canyon Winery in the beautiful Sunny Slope area. And we are videotaping, and my husband will try not to get any of your faces, just so that you know, so you don't have to like freak out if you ever see this video online or something. I have to turn it in for a class. So anyway, and we'll just get started breathing today, and you can sit however feels comfortable for you. Maybe you're going to be in this hero's pose, Virasana, and if you have really tight hips, this probably feels really good for you. And if you don't, and you just want to sit like this, you can. However, whatever works. And I will leave my glasses on for a little bit. I have some stuff I want to read you at the end too. So just kind of relax into your space, and it's really good to just sit for a few moments, find your breath, and kind of get ourselves centered, so that we can go forward from here. And it's really good. It feels really beautiful, and at least it doesn't smell smoky or anything. So just kind of go to your little happy place and find a couple of nice deep breaths here. And when we inhale, let's do that with the nose. Inhale through the nose. And to keep it calm and sort of nice, you can exhale out of the nose. As we get moving a little bit more and you feel like you want to breathe out of your mouth, feel free to do that. That's not a problem. But we like to get centered. We like to mentally close the door on the rest of the life right now. We've sort of come here to kind of decompress off of our mats. So decompress from the rest of your life, all the kids, the animals, the work, everything. We just kind of leave it back there, and we come out here and kind of just have a little fun and relax. And if there's anything I do today that you don't like, I want you to think of it as a suggestion. You can do whatever you want. Feel free to modify any pose or series of poses, anything you'd like. And just feel sort of comfortable in your own skin. Just begin to sink a little bit deeper into your own space. Relaxing your facial muscles. Relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. Remember, there isn't any competition. Doesn't matter what you do. It matters more, I would say, on how you feel. So feel what's happening in your body today than how it looks. You don't get a prize for having the cutest outfit or anything like that. So even though some of your outfits are really cute. Let's bring our hands to our heart center and set a little intention. And my intention for today was kind of just having we are all girls here today too. So just kind of a girls' morning out, just kind of getting away from the hubbub of our regular day, having some fun, but maybe opening up our hearts a little bit, feeling some love. I was always told if you didn't feel love for yourself, it was hard to love other people first. So let's let go of what's not serving us in our life right now and just kind of go with the flow. I have another friend who's not here today, but she tells me the way she does this is she imagines she's in her own bubble on her mat. And she doesn't see out, and nobody sees in. And so you just create your own space, your own safe place. And here, we all love you. It doesn't matter. You can fall, you can turn upside down, you can make noises with your body. I don't care. It's all right. We're all in a nice, happy place today. So let's kind of start with 3 deep breaths in through the nose all together. And let's take a big sigh, like we're all going to exhale together and say, ah, kind of let it out. Now I want to hear y'all say ah. Do it again. Big inhale. Ah. Let's try that again. Wake up. Ah. Okay, one more time. And everybody right from your throat. Inhale. Ah. All right. Sounds good. Now if you push your fingers forward and stretch out your arms and open up nice and wide, you can open up your heart. Open up your heart to this beautiful place. Exhale, draw your hands together and drop your chin down towards your chest. And then do that again. Inhale, open up. And then exhale, bring your hands and plant them on either side of your thighs so that you feel really strong and sturdy in this seated mountain pose. Sometimes we start in standing mountain pose in a lot of my classes, and a lot of you guys have been to my classes. But we're sort of in this little seated mountain, and this is kind of to remind us that we want to find some steadiness and sturdiness in what we're doing. Always thinking about where we're coming from. We're feeling rooted to the earth. We're feeling very grounded here, and it should feel comfortable. And that means we also want to find a balance between that sturdiness and steadiness and that ease and comfort. And in yoga we call this sthira and sukha. Sthira is your steadiness and your strength, and your sukha is your ease and your comfort. So we're going to always find that balance. So we're not going to move in a place that hurts us or feels uncomfortable at all. So if we bring our hands to our knees and just begin to rock back and forth. I was thinking this morning that it was freezing cold out here. We were going to have to stand up and run around in circles, but I think that we can just get the body moving with the breath. Trust me, we've done that before. You're at the mercy of the weather when you're outside. So we're just kind of moving forward and back, and then maybe circling the body a little bit. We want to get it nice and warmed up and kind of loosen up the hips and loosen up the spine. And breathe. Remember, we inhale through the nose. You allow the ribs to expand. Exhale and feel like you're drawing that navel in towards your spine. Moving and breathing, and then make your way back to the center. Make the circles a little bit smaller, and we'll just sweep the fingertips up to the sky and sparkle. It's like that first stretch in the morning. You go, oh, and you reach up and sparkle it out. Now you can hook your thumbs if you want, or you can bring your palms together, whatever you like to do, and just take a little tiny bend over to your right side, sort of opening up the left side body. And then we'll bring it up, and then twist a little bit over to the right side. You can bring your hands down, and if you have any shoulder issues or shoulder injuries, you know you can always keep your elbows bent or not raise them up at all. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale to go just a little bit deeper. Inhale again. You can feel the crown of your head rise up and your spine elongate. As we exhale, maybe bring your chest down over that front right knee just a little bit and start to walk your hands back to the front of your mat. I'm feeling a little stretch here in those hips. And then slowly make your way back up. And then we'll take the hands behind the back and open up the chest once again. And you guys are in a great place because you can lean back. I'll probably roll down the hill here and pick up your toes and kind of sparkle out your toes a little bit. And kind of roll your feet around. Say, ooh, good morning to your legs, your hips, your ankles, right there. I'm going to switch directions with my legs. I had my right one in front. Now I'm going to bring the left one in front and do the same thing. Kind of rock forward and back just a little bit. Take care of yourself. Sometimes we come with injuries. Sometimes we're a little stiff in the morning. Some of us who are progressing and maturing faster than the rest of you have a little stiffness in the morning. Start to circle up just a little bit. Circling, circling. Moving with the breath. Moving with the breath. Opening up the hips, the spine, And then come back to your center again, slow, small circles. Sweep the fingertips up to the sky. Again, let's take that little bend, this time over to the left side, sort of opening up the right side body. If you inhale, you can feel that lengthen just a little bit more. And as you bring it back up to the center, we'll turn in to that left leg. You can bring your hands down. Your hand might be on your shin and one behind you. It might be all the way to your knee if you're feeling pretty flexible this morning. Take a couple of nice deep breaths here and feel the elongation in the spine. Exhale, go a little bit deeper. And then we'll just bring the chest down over that left knee just a little bit. Maybe walk the fingers out. Your hip might come off the mat. It might stay down. Do what feels good for you. Some people are like, oh yeah, I can feel that little stretch in that spot that never stretches, or oh, that hurts this time of the morning. So go to the good spot. And then walk your hands to the front. We practice in yoga what we call ahimsa, which is actually non-violence, but it really means compassion. Compassion, not just for your friends on the mats next to you. Come on back up. But compassion for yourself. So feel some compassion for your own body as we work through some of these today. We'll cross the ankles and roll up to your hands and knees. So your mats are facing forward and back, so you have lots of space to bring your knees under your hips and your hands under your shoulders, and maybe move those hands a little bit further in front of your shoulders. I'm not even hearing any music. It would be wonderful if the music magically got turned up. We're going to inhale into what I call a cow pose, or your dog tilt, by pushing your ribs down and lifting your sitting bones up to the sky. Open your heart again to the front, and as we exhale, round the spine. Scoop the belly out, draw the navel up. Wake up the spine. Inhale again, lift the heart, lift the tailbone. Exhale, round, and scoop your belly out. A couple more. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, rounding. And then this time as you inhale into that cow pose, let's keep this position with this nice arc in your back and tuck your toes. We're going to slowly lift the knees off the mat, coming into your first downward facing dog. So you're going to start to lift the knees, the hands press forward, you stretch your arms way out, lengthening your spine. Now everybody open up your fingers nice and wide so your forefinger is straight ahead to the front of your mat and your thumbs are facing in and your fingers are spread and the weight is at the base of your fingers instead of the heel of your hand. As you inhale, lift your heels up a little bit higher, lengthen your spine. Exhale, begin to lower the heels a little bit closer to the mat. Take another breath here. Lift the sitting bones a little bit higher, soften the knees a little bit more, and think about softening your heart a little bit closer in. And then very gently drop your knees back down to your cow pose again. So if we ever have any issues or it's tough to be up too long in a position, because we're going to do a lot of down dogs today, you might want to take a break and drop down to your forearms. You might just want to drop your knees and come back down to your cow pose. So let's lift the hips and come back to downward facing dog, maybe pedaling your heels a little bit. Draw the underribs in. Feel the navel draw to the spine. This is great stretching for the hamstrings, for the back of the legs. Stretching in your shoulders and your arms. And let's keep the shoulders as far away from the ears as possible. If anybody doesn't ever want me to touch them here today, growl at me if I get really close to you. Say, get away. Let's reach the right toes up to the sky. Stretch it out. How about if we circle the ankle? Circle the ankle. Exhale, bring it back down again. Try the left side. Inhale, lift that leg and circle the left one. And bring it back to your downward facing dog. Take the right toes back up to the sky again. And this time as you exhale, see if we can draw that right knee in towards your chest. And then we're going to step your right foot up by your right fingertips. So you're in this raised runner's lunge. So we're pushing way back with that left heel. Move your heart forward and feel the heaviness in the groin area. The inner thighs are stretching here a little bit, and we're going to drop the back left knee down to the earth. Walk your hands up to your thighs, and then lift the fingertips to the sky. Maybe roll the shoulders and the heart open a little bit more. As we exhale, take your fingertips and reach out in front of your toes. As you inhale, circle your shoulders all the way back up again. Try that again. Exhale, lower the fingertips out in front. And then inhale, sweep it all the way back up. Big arm circle. Exhale, this time take your hands down on the inside of your right foot. So as you lift your left knee off the mat, you're going to walk your hands over to the left side of your mat. So you're all facing over here towards this beautiful patio and all this wine over here. All these wine grapes. Now tense your fingertips underneath your shoulders and just move side to side. Moving, opening the hips, breathing. Take another breath, and then everybody can walk their fingertips over to their left foot. Stretch out your right leg and pop your toes up to the sky. As you come back to this side of your mat, bring your left fingertips down underneath your face and sweep the right ones up, taking a nice little spinal twist. What a great view. As we exhale to release, just walk your fingertips back up to the front of your mat. There you go. You're back in your raised runner's lunge. Pull your front foot back. Come back into your downward facing dog. Breathe. Cuddle your heels. Feel the length in your spine. Feel like you're beginning to stretch open your shoulders a little bit more. So maybe lifting your hips a little higher or pulling in your low ribs a little bit more so we don't hyperextend. Some of you really hypermobile girls. Sweep the left leg to the sky. Step the left foot up by your left fingertips. We're in that raised runner's lunge on this side. Same thing. Feel the length in the spine as you push your right heel back. We're going to drop that knee to the earth. Walk the hands up to your thigh. And then inhale and lift once again. Same thing over here, rolling the shoulders. Exhale, reach your fingertips out in front. And then circle the shoulders around on the inhale, lifting. Do that again. Exhale, lower your fingertips. Inhale, sweep it around. This time as you lower your hands to the inside of the mat of your left foot, lift the right knee off and swivel and pivot around to the right side of your mat. Now you're facing the chickens over here and the swing. You feel like you're in the country? Same thing. Let's move side to side. They actually called it, this has a name, it's called Spandasana. And again, you feel like you're opening up your hips a little bit, you're getting yourself warm, walking fingertips over to your right toes this time. Dig your left heel in and stretch out your left inner thigh. Toes pop up to the earth, up to the sky. Earth, sky. I'm just so happy to be outside. Come back to the center. Take your right fingertips down underneath your face. Sweep the left arm up and open up again. I want you to notice how I'm letting you look at the beautiful scenery each time. As you exhale to release, walk your hands back up to the front of the mat. You're back in your downward facing dog. Pull that front foot back. Yep. So you're still facing this way, Lisa. There you go. We're going to float out to plank pose. That's your upward push-up position. Pushing the heels back. Draw the navel in towards the spine, and everybody drop your knees. Remind ourselves that it's okay. This is a plank pose. It doesn't always have to be up here on your toes. It can be right here on your knees. But the heart moves forward, the shoulders drop down. The belly draws in so that you're not dropping your hips and hurting your low back. Lower your chest to the mat. Tense your fingertips right and left on either side of the mat. There you go. And then inhale, little baby cobra right here. Just lift, press down with the pubic bone, draw the shoulder blades together. Exhale, release. Ooh, let's try that again. Bhujangasana. Always sounds so exotic, the Sanskrit names. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Let's do that one more time. Really stretch your legs out. Press down with the tops of your feet. Lift your heart forward. Exhale all the way back down. Hands come back under your shoulders. Press up and back to a child's pose. Drop your forehead down. Crawl your fingers out. Nice extended child's pose. And again, we're reminding ourselves that we can come back here in child's pose anytime we want. Anytime we want to take a rest or a break, ever. So if you tuck your toes and lift your hips back to downward facing dog, take a couple of breaths, look up between your fingertips. You can walk yourself up to the front of the mat. You can step up. You can hop up. Forward fold, Uttanasana. So relax. Bend your hips. Bend your knees slightly. Let your head hang down. Make a connection with the earth. So if your fingertips are waving off in space, put them on your shins or on your thighs. Or on, I even have blocks here. If you need a block, it's over in the little bucket. Take a couple breaths. Allow your head to relax. Relax forward. As you inhale, lift halfway up, that half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Now if you're used to just resting your hands here on your shins, try something for me. And take your hands to the outside of your legs. Engage the core muscles. So you're drawing your shoulder blades together in the middle of your back so that your back is nice and flat. Extend the crown of your head straight out toward the mountains. So flatten it out, draw your shoulder blades together right in the middle of your back. Hi, nice to meet you. Breathe. Now bend your knees and find Utkatasana. Utkatasana. Chair. You guys are so good. You must have a great instructor at the Y. And sit back. Notice your toes out in front of your knees. Spread your fingertips out. Lift all the way up. Interlace your fingers except for your forefinger. If you feel lightheaded or dizzy because you forgot to eat breakfast this morning, look down at the earth until I had breakfast at 5. Reach up. I know. Reach up tall. I want that wine to really work on me after a while. Now exhale, bend to the right side. Ardha Chandrasana 1. You're a half moon. Half moon. Feel the opening and stretching in the left side of the body. Now back up. Sorry, we like to have a lot of fun in our yoga classes. If yoga isn't fun, then you shouldn't be doing it. Yoga should always be fun. Come all the way back up. Exhale, draw forward into that fold. All the way back down. Now, plant your fingertips in front of your toes. You're going to take your right foot and step all the way back into a high lunge position. So, look down at your feet. Are you on railroad tracks or are you on a tightrope going, ah? Take your feet as wide apart as they need to laterally and sweep the fingertips up to the sky. So you're pushing back with your right thigh and your heel. So it's not a crescent, it's a high lunge. So you're pushing that back. Draw the navel in. Remember the cats and cows we did at the beginning? This is a back bend, but you're still going to be drawing your hips back as if you were trying to move into your cat pose. Okay, so that's going to give you that really nice, tight feeling around your midsection. Right there. Breathe. We're at the winery. One of my favorite analogies that people use, that my favorite teacher, Enchante, uses is the wine bottle opener. So we're a wine bottle opener, and these are the arms of the wine bottle opener, okay? So everybody inhale and straighten your legs. As you exhale, think of yourself as a wine bottle opener. As you exhale, draw the arms down and draw that cork right up the center. So it's like you're doing a Kegel, okay? Inhale, lift up. So lots of energy drawing up the center of the body. Exhale. And you can open your mouth here. Especially if you're still cold. I see some jackets still on. Inhale up, exhale. Draw it down. Ooh, do that one more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, draw down. Stay here. Bring your hands to your heart. Keep your spine long. And just begin to twist into that front leg. Now from here, you have a lot of options. You can do an entire prayer twist here and bring your elbow down on the outside. I'm mirroring you here. You can take your hand down to the inside of your foot, your right hand to your left foot, and extend the arm and open your heart up to the sky. Right there. Revolved side angle. And as we come back to the center, take a breath. Release the fingertips, come back to your downward facing dog. Float out to your plank pose again, or knee plank, remember? Tuck your elbows in and lower down, thighs, hips, ribs, chest, all the way down. This time sweep your hands back by your side. Palms are down, fingertips are out to the side. Moving into a locust pose, so press your hands first into the mat. Press your pubic bone down, lift just your heart. Make your neck really long, looking at the end of your mat. I know you want to look forward at the mountain, so look at the end of your mat so you're not crunching your back, your neck. Exhale, release. Bring your face down. Draw the belly in. Inhale, lift again. This time, reach the legs off the mat. Squeeze the inner thighs towards each other. Lift, lift, lift. You're working the back body. The back, your buttocks, your thighs, your hamstrings, your back, the back of your arms. Lift your arms off the mat. We're flying! And then exhale, release your hands underneath your shoulders. Press up and back to your downward facing dog. You're going to take that same right foot that stepped back a few moments ago and step it forward and come to a high lunge on the opposite side. So now your left leg is back, your right leg is forward. We're lifting up, we're feeling the strength, we're squeezing the inner thighs towards each other. We're becoming that wine bottle opener. Draw the cork up as you exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale. You won't be able to open a bottle of wine ever the same. And exhale. Inhale, back up. Exhale. Not here, they don't. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Bring your hands to your heart. To the right side this time and take that prayer twist here. It's long. You're engaging the entire core of your body. You're pushing back with your heel. Maybe you're taking your hand to the inside of your foot and extending your arm up, opening up your heart, opening up your shoulder blades and your collarbones. And slowly exhale, bring your hands down, step back into your downward facing dog. Float out to your plank. Tuck your elbows in or you drop your knees and take it all the way down. Now take the vinyasa of your choice right here. And you can take a cobra. You might want to take your hands back further and come up onto the tops of your feet in upward facing dog. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, right there. As you exhale, lift your hips, come back to downward facing dog, and everybody walks their hands all the way back to the back of their mat to your feet. You're back in that standing forward fold. Inhale, lift, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold again. Soften your knees. Inhale, sweep the fingertips to the sky. Look up, bring the palms together. Exhale, draw forward into that fold. And you're going to walk all the way back out to your downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths. Pedal your heels if you want. Lengthen the spine. Remember, you can modify anything. If you need to take a break and drop to your knees or be on your forearms instead of your hands, that's okay. We're here just to have fun, okay? Right toes to the sky. Step your right foot up by your right thumb. Now this time, I want you to look back at your feet. Are they hip distance apart? And drop your back left heel down. Now your left toes may turn out slightly. Just slightly. It's not an open hip. It's still a closed hip. We're in warrior one. So your heel is down. And then make your way all the way up into your warrior one. So your back leg is straight. Your front right knee is bent right over your knee. There you go. Right there. And again, you're going to think about drawing your navel in, and you're going to feel that stretch in your psoas of that left hip right there. Draw your elbows back. Grab your hands behind your low back. Lift your heart up to the sky one more time. And as you exhale into humble warrior this time, I want you to look down and make sure that your feet, there's a separation here, and that your heels are kind of lined up pretty close together. This will keep you stable. This will keep you from falling over. As you lift back up again, come back into that locust pose. You're at this angle right here. So your palms are facing forward, your thumbs are out, right here. Draw your shoulder blades onto your back. Now you're going to shift your weight onto your front foot, Susan, to balance. Remember, it's okay. You can fall. So you're going to lift your back foot up and come into this warrior 3 position. But you can keep your hands here by your side, or even take them out as long as you don't smack the person next to you. Remember, we're talking about love today. Or maybe even forward if you want. Go ahead and lift that left knee up and keep your elbows tucked in like you got a little serving dish here. There you go. Maybe kick your toe out. Yeah, you can do that too. This makes it a little bit more, challenging. Bend your knee, take it all the way back the way you came. Back into your warrior 3. Step all the way back. Find that locust pose. Sweep your fingertips to the sky. Come back to your warrior 1. Take your hands all the way down by your front foot. We're going to sweep that right leg all the way through. Bend the knee and spin open the hip. So your right knee is going to go up to the sky and your foot's going to come back and hit you in the bum. If you like to do wild thing and you do that in your practice regularly, go ahead. Take it all the way over. Bring your foot down and twist and open it up if you want to. You don't have to. That's just something fun to do. Now, as you come back, twist back over, keep that right leg lifted to the sky, draw the right knee to the right elbow. Uh-oh, that sounds tough. It is. You have to squeeze your belly in a little core work. Now quickly lift it back up before you lose your cool. Exhale. Draw your right knee to your left elbow. And then take it back up. Take your right knee to the center where your nose is and drop your knee down to the mat. We're coming into a spinal balance, so make sure your hands are out underneath your shoulders. Extend your left leg behind you, and you're energizing that leg. Even if you reach your right arm forward, your thumb is up, but you're really engaging the back body again, so push that energy out of your heel. Your toes are facing the earth. Breathe, lengthen, and you're looking down at the earth. Now maybe if you want to, you can bend your left knee, and reach around with your right hand and grab that. And stretch the front of your hip and your quadricep again. If you don't want to, you don't have to. I'm not standing over you with a whip. Yeah, maybe. And then bring your hands down. Tuck your right toe. There's a little strengthening here. And push that left leg up to the sky. Step your left foot up by your left thumb. We're going to the other side. Now look back at your feet. You're in a lunge position right now, but move your right foot over to the right side of your mat, and you barely turn your toes out. It is not an open hip posture. So you're just going to turn your back toes out and sweep it up to that warrior 1. And this, you can't get your hips totally squared here. You can't do it because your back foot is turned open a little bit. But you can square your ribs and your shoulders with the front edge of your mat. Lift your fingers to the sky. Deep breath. Pull your elbows back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Take your hands behind your low back. Lift your heart. And then find humble warrior. In humble warrior, you might be bringing your shoulder to your arm. You might be right up here. You might drop your head all the way down on the inside of that knee and lift your arms up. You might just be looking down at your mat going, when is this going to be over and I get my glass of wine? Lifting back up. Take that warrior 1 again. And then bring it into that posture, that locust pose where you can draw the shoulder blades onto your back. Thumbs are turning out, palms are down. So everybody's got cleavage in their back. Even if you don't have cleavage in your front, you got cleavage in your back this morning. There you go. And same thing. This is where we test ourselves. This is courageousness. We have to find courage in our lives, right? So we're going to lift that right leg off the mat into that warrior 3. A lot of courage going on here. back. Maybe that locust pose again. Feel the stretch and strengthen. This is building so much strengthening in your legs. Sweep the fingertips back up. Here we go. Exhale, release. Sweep that left leg to the sky. Bend the knees, chin open the hips. Maybe you're going to take that wild thing. Maybe not. Maybe you're going to come back to that three-legged dog with the left leg to the sky and draw your left knee to your left elbow. Push it back up. We getting warm yet? Yeah. Pull the left knee to the right elbow. Squeeze the belly. Maybe you have to drop your toe down to do this. It's okay. Push it back up. Pull the left knee up towards the forehead and then drop it into the mat so we can come into spinal balance on the other side. Push the right leg back, the left arm forward. Breathe. Maybe those toes are turning to the center line of your body so your hip isn't rolled open. Maybe bending the back knee and reaching around and stretching the front of that thigh, that quadricep. It'll also open up your shoulder. And it's a great back bend. So as we release the hand, tuck the left toes, lift the right leg to the sky, step your right foot back up to the front of your mat and your left foot. Your back up to the front of your mat, standing forward fold. Inhale, flat back, lift the heart. Crown of the head reaches towards the mountains. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the fingers overhead, look up. Hands to your heart. How we doing, you guys? Not sure. Right hand, left knee bends. Reach around and grab your left foot with your right hand. Oh no, more balancing. I'm gonna push this hip forward. I'll take my glasses off. It'll make it really hard. You'll watch me fall over. I can do that. I can't see anything now. So if you run away and go to the bathroom or get a drink of water, I won't know. Push your hip forward. Feel the stretch there. Now you use your drishti. You look at something that's not moving. As you come into your tree pose, your tree might be at your calf. If you're like, how can I keep balancing? I haven't had my cup of coffee yet. Bring your toe down to the mat. Maybe you're going to bring your foot all the way up to your inner thigh. Notice how difficult it is on this uneven ground. Yeah, so this is a challenge. And sometimes we need to challenge stuff in our life. We need to find balance in our life. Everything we do on our mat translates out into the real world. We build artificial stress and tension on our mat so we can better deal with it out there. When we open that door again, when we're done, our mental door, and go back to our life. So we're a kinder person. We're not shrieking at the dog. Please let me shriek at the dog. Maybe bend into this a little bit. As you come back to the center, can you hold that knee up? This is your left knee. I'm mirroring. Take your leg and step all the way back to that high lunge. So your left leg is back. Reach your fingertips up. Roll your knee down to the earth. And you know that if you have a knee issue, I do too, but this is soft ground, you can put something under your knee. Exhale and bring your hands to your low back. Inhale, think camel pose. Arcing your spine. Draw your shoulders and your elbows towards each other. Lift your heart to the sky. Big stretch. Exhale, release your fingertips. Sweep the right leg all the way through. Now you're going to bend your knee. We're coming into scorpion down dog. How many of you have never done that before? Bring yourself out and try to touch that toe to your head. Your left knee drops to the earth. You're still trying to touch the toe, your right toe to the back of your head. If you've never done wild thing before, pretty easy from here. You drop your right toe off the left side of the mat. Your left knee is bent. You straighten your left leg as you reach all the way up. Woohoo! Turn all the way back over. Take your right foot and step up between your fingertips. Left heel spins completely open. You windmill it up into Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. So you notice that your left front heel is lined up with your back, or your right front heel is lined up with your back arch. Lovely. Right here. That Everybody, straighten your arms, straighten your legs, lift up. Take a little break right here. Now you're back at the Y or the Idaho Athletic Club, and you're grabbing your lat machine and squeezing your shoulder blades. Bend that knee right over your ankle. Extend your arms. Feel the energy out of your fingertips. Look out toward the mountains and just be glad you're alive today. Inhale, lift. Do that again. Exhale, reach the fingertips. Energy. Play tug of war. Have you done that before? Reach forward and back. It's kind of like a dance. Take it back and forth. One more time. And then reverse the warrior. Reach your right arm up. The left hand slides down the leg. You're going to cartwheel your hands all the way down. Here you go. Sweep your right leg through, lift. Guess what? We're going to walk your hands all the way back to your standing leg at the back of the mat. You're in standing splits. Woohoo! Look at you guys. That's tough. Bring your nose, kiss your knee. Bring your toes down together. Inhale, sweep the fingers to the sky. Look up. Whoa. Exhale, draw forward into that fold. Walk back out. Downward facing dog. Take a vinyasa of your choice or stay in down dog. If you're a type A, high energy, and I haven't gotten enough, take it out. Take your chaturanga. Roll into up dog if you want, or cobra, and back to your down dog. Whatever suits you. Then step, hop, or float your way right up to the front of the mat once again. We're going to the opposite side. So this time, you're going to take your left arm up, bend your right knee, and take your hand behind you. So your left hand is holding on to your right ankle. There you go. And we're finding balance. We're back to real life again. We like ourselves and it's okay. We're still a good person even if we fall. Falling makes us stronger, right? Every time I fall, I go, yes. Find your true pose. It could be here. It could be here. It could be here, floating in the wind. Maybe you're going to challenge your body and bend. Breathe. Come back up. Draw that knee in. Take your right leg, step all the way back to that high lunge. Here you go. And you're going to lower your knee down. Camel pose, Ustrasana. Hands in the low back, fingers, upper fingers down. Inhale, lift your heart. Draw your elbows towards each other. You're drawing your pubic bone up towards your navel, all the way up to your sternum. Remember, think cat pose here. As you exhale to release, hands down by your front foot, sweep the left leg through. Here comes scorpion down dog. So you bend your left knee just like a scorpion's tail to try to touch your toe to your... Can anybody do that? Touch your toe to your head. Float your way out and drop your right knee down. You're still trying to touch your toe to your head. Woohoo! If you're 15 and a gymnast, maybe. Take your foot off the right side of your mat. And find your rock star. Come all the way back. Take that left foot up between your fingertips. Spin your right heel down. Virabhadrasana 2. Left arm forward. Right arm back. Same thing. Find that. Shoulders balanced over the hips. I'm afraid of what I can't see what I'm stepping on. Chickens and puppies. Reach your fingers overhead so your shoulders are balanced right over your hips. You're reaching tall. Pull that lat machine. Pull. Let me see the muscles. Let me see the muscles. Extend. Look out over your left fingertips. Feel the energy in your body. You're drawing your heels towards each other and you can feel the tightening, the strengthening. Remember? Sthira, Sukha. Reverse the warrior. Right here. We didn't play tug of war, did we? Come all the way back. You better play tug of war. This is cool music. I have to have cool music. All right. You're going to cartwheel your hands. Left, right. There you go. Sweep that left leg all the way through. Lift it up. touch. Hands in front of your toes. Step your feet a little bit wider while you're down here. Bend your knees and begin to roll yourself up. Are we feeling happy? Are we feeling good? How about breath of joy? So instead of one long inhalation, let's break it up into thirds. So we'll go. So it'll take 3 breaths to make one long breath, and we'll use our arms and then do crashing waves. You all know crashing waves. And I want to hear you go, ha, out loud when we crash, okay? So try it. Inhale, 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 ha! Inhale, 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 ha! Inhale, 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 ha! Last one. Inhale, inhale, make it good. Ha! Grab your elbows, hang. Hang. Lift your sitting bones to the sky. Bring your fingertips down out in front of your feet. Walk your hands back out to downward facing dog. Right toes to the sky. This time we'll skip the whole touching your knee to the right elbow and just go straight to the left elbow. And then kick your leg off the left side of the mat and straighten it out. So you're getting this really good stretch on the outside of your right leg, your right hip, your IT band, that racing stripe that goes down the side. There. Can you roll over to the inside of your left foot, lift your arm up and come into a little side plank? If you're like, no way, I'm exhausted, bring your knee down. If you're like type A, I haven't had enough, pick your foot up. Whatever floats your boat. And then turn all the way back over, extend your right leg to the sky. I'm going to let you rest. Bring your right knee behind your right hand, pigeon pose. Crawl your left leg back. Now, keep those hips rather lifted, okay? So here you are in this pigeon, and just kind of lift up, and then exhale, curl your spine and bring your forehead down. Inhale, lifting back up again. Feel really buoyant. Okay, here's that cork again from your wine bottle. Goes right up the center of your body. Exhale. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale. You can go ahead and rest here for a moment. If that feels like, oh, this is awful on my knee, go ahead and do what I tell you never to do, and just kind of roll over to one side and just let your hips stretch a little bit. If this is terrifying, it should not feel painful. You can always roll over onto your back and pull your leg in as well. Take a couple of breaths. If you want to add anything to this, a little twist, a little twist, a little bend in your leg, whatever. You can take whatever feels really good for you. Take a breath. And then come all the way back up. Lift your hips, downward facing dog. This time it's your left leg up to the sky. Forget the left knee, take it right on over to the right knee. Your right elbow. Take your leg off to the side. We got to do our little side plank first. So you can stay here and feel that stretch in your IT band, or you can roll your right foot to the inside and then find your side plank pose right here. And you don't have to do it. You can lift your leg up if you want. You can grab it. You can say, I'm going right to pigeon. You can come back and bring your left knee up to pigeon. Thankful. I'm going a little bit slower. I'm leaving out some arm balances for you. Inhale, lift. Pull that energy right up the center of your body. Exhale, curl the spine. Relax. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Lift it up. And then go ahead and be where you want to be. Maybe you're resting. Maybe you're twisting. Maybe you want to do more energy. Take a moment. Allow your hips to relax. You're so nice and warm now. This should feel really good. And some of you will have your heels underneath your hips. Others might have their leg rolled way out. This kind of takes the tension off the knee to have it further out, but you got to have really loose hips for that. Some of us had big 12-pound babies, so we have really loose hips. I don't think that that's what causes hips to be loose or not. It's the way you're born, and we're all born differently. I know the pregnant girls in the back row went, Take your little twist or bend your knee, whatever you'd like. And now, you get to just roll over onto your hip. So you're on your left hip right there. Go ahead and stretch out your right leg and take a little heron. And try not to go and lean back too far like I'm doing down the hill. Just try to lengthen out your spine. I'm going to fall down the hill. I'll be on the same side as you guys. So it's your right leg. And then just cross it over, a little seated spine twist here. So if you hold onto your knee with interlaced fingers and lengthen out of the crown of your head, make your spine long so you're not hunched over. Inhale, get longer. Maybe take your left arm up and exhale, twist into your thigh. Now you can use your elbow. You can just hold on to your leg with your hand and then twist around and look over your right shoulder. Keep the spine long. Keep the breath fluid and smooth. Are we still breathing? Barely? This just gets so much of the bad stuff out of you. All these twists, all these balances, all the work that you do. Come back to the front and center and just unfurl your legs and go, woo-hoo-hoo, kick them out. Try the other side. So stretch your leg out just first. And if we were like at the Y, we might have straps or towels or something. But you can just hold your calf and go, your hamstrings are really tight. You might be right here doing this, going, this is a lot for me. Everybody's at a different place. And, you know, years ago when I started doing yoga, I did it because I thought it was another fitness class, you know. And we were like, I can do better than that. And we were comparing ourselves. It was awful. Now it's so much better. It comes right from here, right from your heart. You do what feels good for you. And then take that seated twist. Again, first find the length in the spine so you're not all slumped, because you really don't want to hurt the vertebrae in your back. Some of you already have that issue, so I don't want to exacerbate it. Inhale and then exhale, twist in. No matter where your arm is, it might be straight and grabbing your toe, it might be bent, it might be hugging your knee in. Wherever it's working in your body to feel the stretch and the strengthen, the shoulders, the back, the hips. We're slowing down, we're slowing down. We're getting closer and closer to final relaxation. Thank you. I know that's what you came for. She came for an eye pillow and a glass. And then slowly bring it back to the front. Go ahead and pick your knees up again. You're still right in the middle of your mats. One last little ab, you know, your body will thank you while you're drinking wine. And just extend it out. Little Nataranjasana boat pose. Get a little lower. Canoe. No. And then slowly, slowly roll yourself down to the mat and hug your knees into your chest. Rock a little side to side. Maybe circle your knees a little bit. Breathing. Now slowly bring your feet down to the mat, really close to your sitting bones. So your heels are underneath your knees, your hands are by your hips. Take a big inhale, make the spine long, and as we exhale, we're going to begin to peel the spine up off the mat, lifting the hips up into a little bit of a bridge pose. Kind of straightening the spine back out, so give it a little wiggle. Give it a wiggle. And then slowly, slowly lower your hips back down again. We're going to do that one more time. This time, bend your elbows, but keep the upper arm in the mat, and your fingertips are up to the sky. It's like you're squeezing your arms in by your side. You look like a little robot. So now peel your spine way up. Lift, 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 lift. Take those hands now and take them underneath of your tailbone and interlace them and kind of shimmy your shoulders underneath and puff open your chest. Your spine is long. Your chest is getting closer and closer to your chin. We don't move our head. We keep the chin with just a tiny little mandarin orange underneath our chin to our chest. Take a breath, maybe lift a little higher, and then slowly begin to exhale. Take your hands all the way out. We're getting ready for a final relaxation. So find a comfortable position, and this may just be corpse pose for you. Allowing the palms to be up by your sides and your legs to open up naturally. I have some eye pillows if you didn't bring one, and I will come around, and if I start to put an eye pillow on you and you go, no, I don't want one of your old eye pillows that have been hermetically sealed, I want you to totally relax into your space. I want you to totally give way to gravity and think about focusing on your breath. Think about this beautiful place. Think about all the good things, not about any of the bad stuff that you want to forget about. Remember, sometimes the best way to get that monkey mind to simmer down is to keep your forehead higher than your chin. So relax into your space. Let go. That's what we come for. Release any tension in your body. Release the monkey mind. All those things that are cluttering up your good, warm, happy thoughts that say, oh, I have to do this or that. And just focus on your breath. Focus on the rhythm of your breath. Focus on the rhythm of your heart. We're beginning to slow down a little bit, taking time for ourselves. That's what we wanted to do in the first place, to take a little time for ourselves. A friend of mine sent me a little prayer a couple weeks ago, which I thought was really apropos, and I really liked it. And it says, today may there be peace within. May you trust that you are exactly where you are meant to be. May you not forget the infinite possibilities that are born of faith in yourself and others. May you use the gifts that you have received and pass on the love that has been given to you. May you be content with yourself just the way you are. Let this knowledge settle into your bones and allow your soul the freedom to sing, dance, praise, and love. And it's there for each one of us. take a few more rounds of breath in through the nose and out through the nose as we begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Again, noticing the breath in the body, maybe starting to move some larger muscles. Draw the knees one at a time slowly into the chest. And feel free to take a little rock again side to side if that's what you like. Or just roll over to your favorite side and take a few rounds of breath in this little fetal position on your side. Your eyes can remain closed, relaxed, as we begin to feel all the benefits of the practice. Noticing how the body may feel a little different than it did when we first started. Whenever you're ready, we can begin to push ourselves back up to a seated position. Take your time, use both hands, let your head be the last thing that comes up, and sit back in that comfortable cross-legged position where we started about an hour ago. Your hands can rest in your lap or on your knees. Gently dropping the right ear to the right shoulder. Maybe moving the head front to back to release the neck and shoulder muscles. And then the chin to the chest. And then to the opposite side. Left ear to the left shoulder. And again, if you just need to relieve a little tightness, you can move your neck around very gently. And once more, drop the chin to the chest. The head hangs really heavy. And we just notice that wave of peacefulness come over us. And as we inhale again and lift the face back to the front and center, roll your shoulders back one time. Sweep the fingertips back to the sky. As we exhale, draw the hands to the heart center. Thumbs touch the heart. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Fill the lungs from top to bottom. Exhale very, very slowly, allowing that breath to bring balance back into our bodies and minds. Inhaling again. Inhale the positive energy for the rest of your day, the good intentions we set at the beginning of this practice. And exhale out any residual stress or tension or negativity in the body. And as we go out today, remember the self-love, taking care of ourselves, letting go of what doesn't serve us. We'll end with one of my favorite, a loving kindness metta. So just think of this in your head, and you can just repeat it to yourself inside your head. It says, may I be happy. May I be healthy. May I live a life of joy and ease. And may I be free. Free of pain or suffering or a relationship or whatever it is in your life that you want to be free of. And you guys have a great, wonderful, happy, joyful day. Namaste.
Namaste.